Hello student, I am Dr. Sonam Arora, Assistant Professor, LG Integrated MBA. Welcome you to the fifth session in which we are going to discuss about function of RBI. In our last video session we discussed about the genesis of RBI, its structure. In today's session we are going to discuss about the functions of RBI. RBI plays the umbrella network for numerous activity all related to the nation's financial sector. This particular video session discuss about these activities and function in detail. Now I classified the function into 7 to 8 different parameters. The first one is RBI act as a monetary authority, RBI is the issuer of currency, RBI act as a banker and debt manager for a government, RBI work as a bankers to bank, or it is also called as the lender's last resort. RBI work as a regulator of banking and non-banking financial system. It is a manager of foreign exchange, regulator of payment and settlement system, and it performs numerous of development function for the financial literacy in our country. Now have a look a very important function that RBI work as a monetary authority. So when we talk about monetary authority, RBI is in charge to make monetary policy in India. So monetary policy is a combination of different instruments. With the help of these instruments, RBI maintain inflation, maintain price stability, maintain financial stability, and regulate the flow of cash and credit in our economy. So when we talk about the measure taken care by the RBI, the measure are divided into two parts. The first one are direct measure and the second one are indirect measure. Direct measure are cash reserve ratio. So when we talk about cash reserve ratio, it is a combination of a net demand and time liabilities which a bank always put with RBI in a form of cash. The second one is SLR. So SLR is again the net time and liabilities which bank always kept with themselves in form of either the government bonds, cash or gold and silver. So today when you go at your home, just look it out what is the cash reserve ratio right now and what is the ratio of SLR. The third one is refinance facilities used by the RBI. Now when we talk about indirect measure, RBI use the help of liquidity adjustment facility, open market operation, repo rate, reverse repo rate and bank rate. So the homework for the day is check it out what is cash reserve ratio, SLR, repo rate and reverse repo rate issued by the Government of India in its latest monetary policy dated 22nd May 2020. So this is the latest policy issued by RBI. So the next main function, before we move to the next function, first look it out. How RBI control the inflation. So for any country to succeed, it needs a stable prices. To need the stable prices, government must control with the help of RBI inflation. Now inflation is controlled by the setting repo rate and reverse repo rate which is based on the microeconomic situation. The modulation of liquidity to keep the money market rate in around the repo rate, we need to control the repo and reverse repo rate. Any changes in repo or reverse repo rate is control the demand and supply of money in an economy. If it is high demand, it moves toward the high growth, but inflation will be high. Whereas if we go towards the low demand, it come for a low inflation, but again it will negatively impact the growth. So the low inflation will go towards the low growth. Now the target for RBI is to maintain a balance between this demand. So RBI with the help of monetary policy go for a level where the demand and supply at its optimum level so that inflation will be in controlled sector. Now when we talk about the second function of RBI, it is issuer of currency. Now this is particular function which is important, very important, because the concept of central banking was started with the issuer of currency. The RBI is a nation's sole note issuing authority along with the Government of India. RBI is responsible for the design, production and overall management of the nation's currency with the goal of ensuring an adequate supply of clean and genuine notes and coins. Other than a coin of 1 rupee, all of the amount is managed by the RBI. Coins are minted by the Government of India. RBI is the agent of government for distribution and issue of the coin, whereas RBI is the sole authority for issuing of notes. There are 4 notes printing press in India at Devas, MP, at Nasik, Maharashtra, at Mysore, Karnataka, and Salboni in West Bengal. The third main function of RBI, that RBI work as a debt manager for government. RBI manage the government banking transaction. For example, your banking transaction is maintained by any particular bank. You can say it as SBI or PNB. Similarly, the task of a government, the government account is managed by RBI. As a banker to central government, RBI maintain its account, receive money into and make payment out of these account, and facilitates the transfer of government fund from one state to another, from one country to another. RBI also act as a bank to those state government that have entered into agreement with it, and the most of the Indian states are in this particular agreement with RBI. The fourth main function is RBI act as bankers to bank. Whenever you need a loan, you go to a bank branch. Similarly, when a bank need a loan, they go to the RBI, and that is why it is called as that the RBI is a last resort for any bank. We can take one example. I need an education loan and I go to SBI Bank. Similarly, when SBI Bank is in need, so to whom does the SBI Bank go? SBI Bank go to RBI to take a loan and advances. Bank need their own mechanism to transfer fund and settle interbank transaction. For example, SBI borrowed loan from PNB. Now settle this transaction, SBI have to go to the RBI, such as borrowing from and lending to other bank and customer transaction. As a banker to bank, the Reserve Bank fulfill this role. In effect, all banks operating in this country have an account with Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India work as a banker to these banks. Now have a look at the next function. RBI work as a regulator of banking and non-banking financial institution. So first you have to clear out that banking institution which we are discussing in our previous session are those institutions which are able to accept deposit as well as lend loans. Whereas when we talk about NBFC are not able to accept deposit but they are able to lend the loans. Now in India, either you are a banking institution or non-banking financial institution. You both are controlled by or regulated by RBI. The Reserve Bank regulate, supervise the nation financial system. There is different departments of RBI oversees the various entities that comprises Indian financial infrastructure. RBI protects the interest of the investor, of the depositor, ensure the orderly development and conduct of the banking operation in the country. And you can think about it like KYC norm. The KYC norms are introduced by RBI to keep a check, to know its every customer who are dealing with the bank at any part of the country. Now have a look at the next function. RBI work as a manager of foreign exchange. The Reserve Bank plays a key role in the regulation and development of the foreign exchange market and assume 3 broad roles. The first one is regulating transaction related to the external sources, ensuring a smooth conduct and orderly condition in the domestic and internal foreign exchange market, and the third one is managing the foreign currency asset and gold reserve of the country. Now this function is a very important function because in our economy, in our history, we already go through the devaluation of currency. So the managing the foreign currency asset and gold reserve are very important function for RBI. Now look at the next function. RBI act as a regulator of payment and settlement system. So the payment and settlement in India are allowed in 3 forms. The first one is paper currency which we used. The second one is electronic instrument like NEFT, RTGS, and third one are other instrument which come under the UPI category like online banking and point of sale. So you can swipe your card anywhere in any mall. This is also controlled by the RBI. So in India, RBI regulate the payment and settlement system. Now there is a differences between RBI and Government of India regarding the payment and settlement system. Government of India wants that payment and settlement system was detached by the RBI and a separate authority made for this, whereas RBI is in favor to be a regulator of payment and settlement system like before. Now turf is in the high pitch. We don't know what will going to happen in the future, but till now RBI is the regulator of payment and settlement system in India. Now, when we want to conclude it, it is, as with all economies, the central bank plays a key role in managing and monitoring the monetary policy and financial policies in India. As one of the fastest growing and emerging market country in the world, India has several unique challenges ahead that will require nimble navigation from the RBI, and presently Shaktikant Das will be charged with the guiding and monitoring policy direction over the next 3 years for the country. Thank you.